It's 1998, and America's about to get zapped by a cultural lightning bolt. On September 7th, Pokémon crashes onto TVs, with Ash Ketchum and Pikachu sparking a revolution. Topeka, Kansas, renames itself to Pikachu for a day, while 10 Pikachu-faced Volkswagens cruise cities, turning heads like rock stars. Sarah, a 10-year-old in Chicago, sneaks her Game Boy to school, battling Bulbasaur in math class, until her teacher snags it, calling it a distraction. She's not alone. Kids everywhere are rebels, trading Pokémon cards under desks, chanting, "Gotta catch 'em all." Pokémon Red and Blue hit shelves on September 28th, and it's pure chaos. Game Boys light up recess, with kids like Sarah swapping for a Charizard like it's gold. Nintendo's playing dirty, slapping Pikachu on Happy Meals, cereal boxes, even toothbrushes. By December, the Pokémon card game drops, and playgrounds turn into Wall Street, with one kid trading his bike for a holographic Mew. The Washington Post calls it a Pokémon culture, and it's true, kids are running the show, outsmarting parents who can't tell Pikachu from Pidgey. This isn't just a fad. It's a rebellion, a secret club where kids rule. Were you part of the Pokémon uprising? Drop your first Pokémon memory in the comments. Spring 1999, and Pokémon's a wildfire kids can't escape. Recess is a battlefield, with kids like Jake in Atlanta flipping cards like poker pros. Jake trades a shiny Mew for a skateboard, hoping his crush, Mia, notices his swagger. It works, and they're swapping Pikachu stickers by lunch. Schools are cracking down. A Seattle principal bans cards after a fistfight over a fake Charizard. Kids get crafty, trading in bathroom stalls, whispering, "I choose you," like a secret code. The anime's a Saturday morning ritual, pulling 2 million viewers on YTV, with Ash's quest making every kid dream of being a trainer. Nintendo floods stores with 1,500 products, Pokémon macaroni, chewable vitamins, even sewing kits. Time's cover screams Pokemania, but kids don't care. They're hunting Mutwo on Game Boys. The first Pokémon movie, Mutwo Strikes Back, hits theaters in November, grossing $85 million. Kids pack theaters, clutching free promo cards, debating Mutwo's rebellion like philosophers over Capri Suns. It's America's first anime obsession, paving the way for Dragon Ball Z. Burger King's Pokeball toys are a hit, until a tragic recall after 2 deaths darkens the vibe. But Pokémon's unstoppable. $7 billion in global sales by Christmas. Did you catch Mutwo Strikes Back in theaters? Tell us in the comments. Summer 1999, and Pokémon's a way of life. Tommy, a 12-year-old in Ohio, trades his prized bike for a holographic Charizard, crowning him king of the playground. His buddies cheer, but his mom's furious. She doesn't get why a card's worth more than wheels. Playgrounds are coliseums, with kids linking Game Boys for epic battles, a level 100 Blastoise making you untouchable. Nintendo's Mall Tour hits Minneapolis, drawing 55,000 kids like it's Woodstock 99. A giant Pikachu balloon floats in the Macy's parade, while a Pokémon store opens in Manhattan, kids begging parents to drive hours for a $100 Mutwo figure. The anime's global, airing in 93 countries, but America's obsession is electric. 2 million tune in weekly, memorizing Pikachu's Pika Pie. Some parents panic. A 1997 Japanese episode caused seizures, though US versions are safe. Schools tighten bans, but Tommy's crew rebels, trading cards behind bleachers like outlaws. Pokémon's the top Lycos search, beating Britney Spears. Kids are writing fan fiction, sketching their own monsters, dreaming of battles. It's a middle finger to boring adult rules, a world kids control. Nintendo teases Pokémon Yellow, and the faithful are ready. What was your sneakiest Pokémon moment? Share below. Fall 1999, and Pokémon's burning hotter than a Charmander's tail. Pokémon Yellow drops in October, letting kids walk with Pikachu like Ash, and it's a revolution. Stores sell out. Kids like Mia in LA camp at Toys R Us, clutching $30 from babysitting gigs. Mia sneaks her Game Boy to a sleepover, battling her crush's Pikachu under blankets, a spark of 90s romance. Schools are war zones, principals confiscate Game Boys, but kids trade cards in binders labeled history notes. The anime's a juggernaut, with Ash's journey inspiring kids to dream big. The card game's wild Wizards of the Coast prints millions but fakes flood flea markets, tricking kids like Mia out of their allowance. McLean says Pokemon's Christmas King again with 100 new monsters teased for gold and silver. Parents are drowning in merch requests, Pokemon bedsheets, musical jewelry boxes. Some join in, learning Pikachu's name to bond, others call it a scam. Pop culture's obsessed, The Simpsons spoofs Pokemon and it's a Jeopardy! Clue. By December, Pokemon's earned $5 billion globally, rivaling Hollywood. Kids like Mia aren't quitting, they're dreaming of catching Mew. Which Pokemon was your first love? Drop it in the comments. Winter 1999, and Pokemon's got America in a vice grip, but storm clouds loom. Holiday stores are battlegrounds. Parents brawl for Pokemon Snap, while kids like Jake beg for Pikachu slippers. The movie's still packing theaters, kids waving promo cards like trophies. But the Burger King recall, 25 million Pokeballs yanked after 2 tragic deaths. Hits hard, and some parents turn on Pokemon, calling it a money grab. Schools get brutal. One Texas principal bans Game Boys outright, but kids like Jake fight back, hiding cards in lockers like contraband. The anime's a lifeline, with 2 million viewers cheering Ash's battles. Kids memorize stats like baseball cards, arguing Jengar versus Alakazam over pizza. The card game peaks, but counterfeit Charizards spark tears. Time calls it a mania, predicting a 2000 crash. They don't get it. Pokemon's a rebellion, a spark in a dull world. Kids write Pikachu songs, sneak Game Boys to church. Nintendo teases Pokemon Stadium for N64 and a second movie, keeping the fire alive. By Christmas, Pokemon's the top Lycos search, outshining Mickey Mouse. Did you ever sneak Pokemon somewhere risky? Tell us below. Spring 2000 and Pokemon's diving into America's early internet, a new kind of rebellion. Kids like Tommy flood Lycos, searching Mew glitch on clunky PCs, building fan sites with blinking Pikachu gifs. Tommy's crew hosts an underground Pokemon tournament at the arcade, dodging school bans like outlaws. Pokemon Gold and Silver hit Japan and US kids buzz with rumors, grinding blue for rare Pokemon. The anime's still king with 2 million viewers, though some kids eye Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards. The second movie, Pokemon 2000, drops in July, grossing $43 million. Kids clutch Lugia cards, debating its power like scholars. Nintendo's Pokemon Stadium turns living rooms into arenas with 3D battles on N64. The Smithsonian calls Pokemon a cultural icon, like Star Wars for Game Boy kids. It's in pop culture's veins, South Park roasts it, Pikachu floats in Macy's parade. Schools loosen bans, trading's less wild, more chill. By summer, Pokemon's earned $15 billion globally, dwarfing Star Wars. Teens who loved Red are sneaking Crystal to camp while younger kids beg for Pikachu plushies. What was your favorite Pokemon game? Please comment. Summer 2000 and Pokemon's a loyal friend, not a screaming fad. Gold and Silver land in October, and kids like Sarah dive into Johto, chasing Togepi on Game Boy Advance. Sarah's mom, Lisa, learns Pokemon names to bond, buying a Pikachu backpack, a 90s love story. Pokemon Stadium's a hit, with kids hosting N64 tournaments, cheering as Blastoise dunks Venusaur. The anime's at 1 million viewers, with Ash's journey still sparking dreams. Pokemon 2000 lingers in theaters, and kids trade Lugia cards at picnics. The card game's quieter, some shops have unsold packs, but Charizard's still king. Schools barely care, trades happen openly. Nintendo teases Pokemon Crystal, and the BBC calls Pokemon a play revolution. It's true, kids are strategists, swapping tips like secrets. Pop culture's soaked, Pikachu's on The Simpsons, a Macy's float again. By fall, Pokemon's earned $20 billion globally, outpacing Hollywood. Teens from '98 are in high school, but many dust off Game Boys for nostalgia. Younger siblings carry the torch, begging for Charmander toys. Ever bond with family over Pokemon? Share in the comments. 2001, and Pokemon's a cozy memory, but it's still kicking. Pokemon Crystal drops in March, letting kids like Mia play as a girl trainer. A first. Mia sneaks her Game Boy to biology, chasing Suicune under her desk. The anime's at 800,000 viewers, with Ash exploring Johto. Pokemon 3 hits in April, grossing $17 million. Kids wave NTI cards, loyal as ever. The card game's for collectors, eBay's flooded with EX cards. A mint Charizard hitting $200. Yu-Gi-Oh! Stealing some kids. but Pokemon's got heart. Nintendo drops Pokemon Pinball, keeping Game Boys humming. The Smithsonian says Pokemon's a shared experience. Like Star Wars for 90s kids. It's everywhere, Pikachu's on Happy Meals, in Macy's Parade. Schools don't blink at cards. The bans are gone. By summer, Pokemon's earned $22 billion globally, outshining Mickey Mouse. Teens from 98 are sneaking Crystal to parties, while younger kids beg for Pikachu bedsheets. The Escapist calls Pokemon's survival unprecedented. Nintendo teases Ruby and Sapphire, and fans are hyped. What Pokemon card did you hunt? Drop it below. 2002 and Pokemon's a warm glow, not a wildfire. Ruby and Sapphire are teased for 2003, promising Hoenn and kids like Jake Buzz sketching Trico on notebooks. The Game Boy Advance is king and Pokemon keeps it alive. The anime's at 600,000 viewers with Ash hitting 500 episodes globally. Pokemon Heroes is set for 2003 and loyalists can't wait. The card game's niche collectors hunt EX cards but playground trades are rare. The Smithsonian calls Pokemon a phenomenon like Star Wars for Game Boy kids. Nintendo drops Pokemon Box for GameCube, keeping the brand fresh. Pop culture's moved on a Harry Potter's king, but Pokemon's still there. Pikachu's on South Park, a Trivial Pursuit answer. By fall, Pokemon's earned $24 billion, dwarfing Disney. Teens from 98, now 16, smile at their old Game Boys, passing them to siblings. Younger kids keep the flame, trading at summer camp. The Escapist says Pokemon's greatest success was outlasting the mania. It made kids dreamers, collectors, rebels. Ever pass Pokemon to a sibling? Tell us in the comments. 2003 and Pokemon's a quiet giant etched in America's heart. Ruby and Sapphire launch in March, selling millions. Kids like Sarah dive into Hoenn, catching Mudkip, while the anime chugs on at 500,000 viewers. Pokemon Heroes grosses $20 million, fans trade Latios cards. The card games for diehards eBay Charizards hit $300. Nintendo's Pokemon Coliseum for GameCube keeps the fire going. The BBC says Pokemon revolutionized play and America proves it. Kids became strategists, friends, rebels. The Smithsonian calls it a cultural icon like Star Wars for 90s kids. By 2016, Pokemon Go reignites the fever, but in 2003 it's a cozy memory. Teens from 98, now 17, dust off Game Boys for nostalgia while younger kids beg for Pikachu plushies. Global sales hit $25 billion, outpacing Disney. Pikachu's on lunchboxes, in parades, in souls. The Escapist says Pokemon survived Pokemania by becoming a bond, a spark that lit 90s America. From Pikachu to Hoenn, it taught us to battle hard, dream big, catch 'em all. Thanks for listening.